Hey everyone! Have you ever wondered how huge websites like Netflix, Google, or Amazon handle millions of users at the same time without crashing? The secret weapon? Something called a load balancer. Today we're going to break down exactly what a load balancer is, how F5 does it, and we'll go deep on something called a virtual server. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see networking in a completely new way. Let's dive in. Imagine you run a popular pizza shop. At first, you have one cashier, but on Friday night, hundreds of customers walk in at once. That one cashier gets overwhelmed. The line backs up and customers leave frustrated. Your website has the exact same problem. One server can only handle so many requests. Once it's full, everything slows down, or worse, it crashes. The solution is simple. Instead of sending all traffic to one server, you spread it across multiple servers. That's load balancing. You add more cashiers and distribute the crowd. Now, each server only handles a portion of the work, and users get fast, reliable responses. The load balancer sits in front of all your servers and acts as the traffic controller. It decides which server gets the next request. Now, there are many load balancers out there. Software ones, hardware ones, cloud ones, but today we're focusing on F5. F5 Big IP is one of the most powerful and widely used load balancers in enterprise networking. Banks, hospitals, government agencies, they all trust F5 to handle critical traffic. It doesn't just balance load. It does SSL termination, firewalling, application delivery, and WAF. It's a beast. Let's understand how F5 fits into your network. Picture this. Your internet traffic comes in from the outside world. It hits F5 first. F5 is sitting in front of all your back-end servers, sometimes called a reverse proxy. Clients never talk directly to your real servers. They always talk to F5, and F5 forwards traffic to the appropriate back-end server. This keeps your real servers hidden and protected. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Inside F5, the concept that makes everything work is called a virtual server. A virtual server is not a physical machine. It's a logical construct, an IP address and port combination that F5 listens on. When traffic arrives at that IP and port, F5 picks it up and decides what to do with it. Think of the virtual server as F5's front door, the address clients connect to. A virtual server has several key components. First, the virtual IP address, or VIP. This is what clients connect to. Second, the port. For web traffic, it's usually 80 for HTTP or 443 for HTTPS. Third, a pool. The pool is a group of real back-end servers that F5 will distribute traffic to. And finally, a profile. Profiles tell F5 how to handle the traffic. Is it HTTP, HTTPS, TCP? Each profile adds specific behaviors. Let's zoom into the VIP, the virtual IP. This is the public-facing IP address that your DNS points to. It's not tied to any real physical server. It lives on F5. When a user types www.yourcompany.com into their browser, DNS resolves that name to your VIP. The request hits F5 on that IP, and F5 takes it from there. The backend servers have their own real IP addresses, which users never see. So how does DNS fit into this picture? DNS, Domain Name System, is like the internet's phone book. You type a human-readable name, and DNS gives back an IP address. With F5, your DNS record points to your virtual IP, the VIP on F5. For example, app.company.com resolves to 203.0.113.10, and that's your F5 VIP. So when a client connects, they're actually connecting to F5, not your actual server. DNS is the bridge between names and F5. Let me show you an actual DNS record example. In your DNS zone, you have an A record like this. app.company.com pointing to 203.0.113.10. That IP is your F5 VIP. Your users never know the real server IPs. All they know is the domain name. When F5 receives the traffic, it picks a healthy backend server from the pool and forwards the request. The response comes back through F5 and is returned to the user. Clean and transparent. Great question, and this is where F5 really shines. Yes, absolutely. One single F5 box can have hundreds of virtual servers running simultaneously. Each virtual server can listen on a different IP, a different port, or both. So you might have one virtual server for your web app on port 443, another for your API on a different IP, and yet another for your database traffic on port 3306, all on the same F5 device. Here's a real-world example. Imagine a bank. They have a customer web portal, an internal employee portal, a mobile banking API, and a back-end database cluster. Each of these runs as a separate virtual server on F5. The customer portal VIP handles HTTPS traffic on one VIP. The employee portal is on a different VIP. The API gets its own virtual server with rate limiting enabled. Each virtual server has its own pool of back-end servers, all managed centrally on one F5. Let me show you what a virtual server looks like inside F5's configuration interface. In the F5 Big IP configuration utility, the web GUI, you'd see a form where you enter the name of the virtual server, the destination IP and port, the service port, the default pool, and any assigned profiles. It's actually pretty straightforward. You click Create, fill in the fields, and your virtual server is live. Behind the scenes, this creates a listener that captures traffic and forwards it to your pool. Let's talk about pools, because a virtual server is nothing without a pool. A pool in F5 is simply a group of backend servers. Each server in the pool is called a pool member, and it has an IP address and a port. F5 monitors these pool members constantly using health monitors. If a server goes down, F5 automatically removes it from the pool so no traffic is sent to it. When it comes back up, F5 adds it back. This gives you automatic failover. Now, how does F5 decide which pool member gets the traffic? That's controlled by the load balancing method. The simplest one is round robin. Requests go to each server in turn. Server 1, server 2, server 3, server 1 again. Another popular method is least connections. Traffic goes to whichever server has the fewest active connections. There's also ratio and priority, where you give certain servers more weight. F5 supports many methods, and you choose what fits your app. Health monitors are one of F5's most important features. F5 constantly pings your pool members to check if they're alive and responding correctly. You can configure HTTP monitors that check if a specific URL returns a 200 OK response. You can check if a database port is open. If a server fails 2 checks in a row, F5 marks it as down and pulls it from the pool. No human intervention needed. Your users never notice anything. That's the power of intelligent health monitoring. Here's a bonus feature that makes F5 incredibly powerful: SSL Termination. When clients connect to your virtual server over HTTPS, F5 can decrypt the traffic right there. This is called SSL Termination. F5 does the heavy lifting of decryption so your backend servers don't have to. Your servers just receive plain HTTP. This offloads CPU work from your servers and also allows F5 to inspect the traffic for security purposes. You simply attach an SSL profile to your virtual server. F5 also has a scripting feature called iRules, and it's incredibly powerful. iRules are custom scripts you write and attach to a virtual server. They let you do things like redirect traffic based on URL path, route specific users to specific servers, insert or remove HTTP headers, block certain IP addresses, or even rewrite URLs on the fly. Think of iRules as if-then logic for your network traffic. If the URL contains /admin, send to the admin server pool. That kind of granular control is priceless.
Let's put it all together now. Here's the full journey of a single web request. Step 1. User types app.company.com in their browser. Step 2. DNS resolves to the F5 VIP 203.0.113.10. Step 3. Traffic hits the F5 virtual server on port 443. Step 4. F5 applies the SSL profile and decrypts the request. Step 5. F5 checks iRules or policies and picks a load balancing method. Step 6. F5 forwards the request to a healthy pool member. Step 7. The server responds. F5 sends it back to the user. And all of this happens in milliseconds. And that's a wrap. Let's do a quick recap. A load balancer distributes traffic across multiple servers so no single server gets overwhelmed. F5 Big IP is one of the most powerful enterprise load balancers out there. A virtual server is an IP and port that F5 listens on. It's the front door for your traffic. DNS maps your domain name to the F5 virtual IP. And yes, one single F5 can have hundreds of virtual servers, each with their own pools, profiles, and rules. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more networking content, and drop your questions in the comments below. See you in the next one.